To show why this is so, let's examine the famous case of Queen Victoria and her offspring. Many of her male descendants inherited a disease called hemophilia that causes a catastrophic tendency to bleed and usually an early death. It only affects males and is caused by an abnormal gene within the X chromosome. Victoria, being a woman, had 2 X chromosomes in her cells. One of them carried the recessive gene for hemophilia. The other carried its normal counterpart, which functioned properly and saved her from the disease. Her normal X chromosome segregated out during meiosis and was inherited by 6 of her 9 children. The other 3 were not so lucky. They ended up with her other X chromosome, the one with the gene for hemophilia. Her son Leopold, like all males, inherited a Y chromosome from his father. So unlike Victoria, he didn't have a second X chromosome to compensate for the recessive hemophilia gene. He therefore had the disease. Alice and Beatrice also inherited their mother's recessive gene, but they also received a normal X chromosome from their father, which saved them. So they were carriers like their mother. Their sons too had a 50-50 chance of inheriting the disease gene and having hemophilia, like unlucky Leopold. This is the same pattern of inheritance that Morgan noticed in his white-eyed fruit flies. Both traits show up only in males, and in more cases than would be expected with an ordinary recessive gene. This pattern of inheritance is called X-linked recessive. Through dynastic marriages, Victoria's X-linked hemophilia gene eventually found its way into many of the royal families of Europe.